So I'm Kimmy B from the SoFlo Morning Show on the New Hits 97.3. I'm super excited to have you with us. Now, you have to explain this to me. Do I call you Jake? I call you Jake, right?
Yes, Jake.
Where did the inverted A come from?
Yeah, so basically I gained a TikTok following and everyone knew me as Jake. And I needed to come up with an artist name because this was going to be my debut single that had just blew up out of nowhere. And the debut single is called Upside Down.
Yep.
And the V is actually an upside down A. So
Yes.
we kind of just threw those together, thought it looks cool, and there it is, JVKE.
I absolutely love it. Now, I mean, the only problem is so as a radio personality that's been doing this for a while, you never know, right? Like, okay, these people annoy me. Like, and we've been getting so many, like, what is it? A7S is another one, right? Like, there's so many artists out, and it's like, now we're just using numbers because, pretty much all the names are taken. So I love it, but I literally went to my program director and I was like, this is Jake, right? Like, I know the song where everybody, if you're on TikTok, you know what I mean? You have millions of videos that have used your debut single, which is crazy. We'll get to that.
Right.
But I was like, I just want to make sure, and I do love the inverted A, which is the V, but I'm completely here for it. I just wanted to make sure it wasn't like, I wanted to make actually Jake. So are you from Rhode Island, by the way? I heard a little birdie told me.
I am from Rhode Island. Yes.
I love it. So I'm a New England girl. I grew up I have family in Narragansett, and I have family in Barrington, and I'm from the Cape Cod area. So when the label guy was like, "Oh no, he's actually," because I thought you were in LA. Are you in LA or are you in Rhode Island right now?
I'm in LA right now, but I've been taking trips back and forth.
Even during COVID, how has that been for you? Are you masked?
Yeah,
Is it a lot? What's going on?
Yeah, it's just been well, actually, when COVID first started, that was when I started TikTok. I started really posting then. Mm-hmm. It was right in like March. It just gave me a little extra time to work on stuff like that. And then everything just kind of blew up out of nowhere. And I took like kind of an emergency trip out to LA. We released the song that day, and then like it just took off from there. But with COVID, it's honestly just gave me more time to work on stuff and release new content.
Now, what were you, so obviously, first of all, I love you. Absolutely love you.
Thank you.
I'm sure you get that all the time. And it's funny because when you Google like your name or you're looking stuff up about the song, almost everybody references the fact that, you made it with your mom. Obviously, we know you made the track. And
She's amazing. She's amazing.
So much fun. And it was funny today on the show, we were having a whole conversation about saying, ya mama. Like, so it's ayo mama, like, whatever. But it was this whole like conversation about, is it offensive? Is it disrespectful? Is there an age where you have to stop saying that? And now I just came across ayo mama and I was like, oh, I love this. Like, this is just life. So
yes. What
has it been like for her? Or like, what are the conversations like between the two of you? Because you seem like you're very close when you're on the West Coast. Is she back in Rhode Island? Like, are you out there?
Yes.
So what are those conversations like as she watches, you just explode onto the music scene?
Yeah, she's honestly having a blast with everything. She loves seeing everything happen, but once in a while she'll be like, if I'm home, she'll be like, you got to do the dishes because I made you famous and this and that. So she's really funny with that. But she's also a music teacher. She teaches in elementary schools. And a lot of her students see her on TikTok, but she hasn't been back in person yet. And actually she was on a Zoom lesson with a few of her students, and one of them, all of the dots connected and it clicked, and they're like, oh my goodness, that's you. And so it's pretty cool all the stuff that's happening.
I love it. She's gonna be like a celebrity teacher now. Like, she can like literally add that on her little like I'm TikTok famous. But the thing about TikTok fame right now, there was a time when social media fame would keep you in that media space, and because of COVID, TikTok has literally become a place where major A&Rs, the heads of huge music labels, are now going in search of the next big artist. I mean, this is crazy. And, you know, you're now kind of a part of this, you know, it's a moment in history. Like it really is. The more I have these interviews with, you know, people who TikTok is changing their life, you know, and then you start to hear the music and there's a level of talent there. I get that Vine was a thing. I get that people have been doing covers on YouTube, but this is different. Like this and coupled with COVID and just the world kind of having the time to stop down and to make creative videos using up and coming artists, you know, and to do these challenges and to do prank video. Like it's a very different experience than anything we've seen with social media before. How does it feel to be a part of that? And then how do you plan on making this last? You know, like what are the next steps? What are you gonna do? Because now that I know your mom's a music teacher, you obviously have a background in music, and this is clearly what you want to do with your life. This isn't like you just found TikTok and were like, oh, I'm gonna make a track and maybe it happens. This is your path.
Yeah. So honestly, when I started TikTok, I had heard people, they say like it was super easy to blow up on TikTok like a year or two ago. When it was just first starting out, people were blowing up left and right. So I thought I was too late to be posting content. But then once I started posting, it was like, oh my goodness, this is like, I love this. Like, I love how the algorithm works. I love that literally anybody can blow up if they make creative enough videos, and it promotes only good content. So ultimately, like, that's what I love about TikTok. And it definitely is like almost a historical moment, because now there's no more like politics involved. When people want to get into the music industry, you can just go right to TikTok, and you might be found by a label, or you might just gain a mass following by yourself. So that's definitely one thing I love about TikTok. And I definitely think that I'm going to be around for a while, because I've actually been writing for the past 3-4 years. I started producing. Well, yeah, actually, I'll take it back. So I started playing piano when I was 3, because my mom, you know, she wants to make sure that I grew up playing piano. Then I got sick of the piano. She tried to teach me this. Then she was like, I'm done with this. You can go take drum lessons from someone else, because I wanted to learn drums. And then I went on after that and played guitar. So I took piano lessons all the way up until the age of 14. And then at 14, I discovered Logic Pro X, which is what I use to make music. And basically I started making beats, and I just completely fell in love with writing and producing music. And since 14, I'm 19 now. I've been writing and producing, and now I have over 350 songs in my catalog, which I've been working on for the past while. So I have a lot of stuff coming, and yeah.
350, like, so are these just produced beats, or are these songs with lyrics and melodies and hooks? I mean, are these completed songs?
Yeah, most of them have at least a verse, pre-chorus, chorus, post-chorus. So they have words, and they're like 90% done, the majority of them.
So I'm going to ask you an honest question now. How do you feel about writing for other, because now you're a musician. Now this is a different level. There's some people who just want to be in front of the camera, and they have a gift for whether it's rap or just performing, right? They love the process, but it's different when, you know, you can play multiple instruments, when you can also do your own production. First of all, you're going to make all the money, all of it, because you don't need anybody else. I'm just saying, so kudos to you for that one. Checking a lot of, you know, boxes right there. That's incredible. But when you're a writer, there's a different, I think, connection that you have with music, right? A lot of our favorite artists that we play, especially on Top 40 Radio, write for a lot of other artists that we play on Top 40 Radio. BB Rexa is a phenomenal singer-songwriter. Julia Michaels, phenomenal. Even Justin Bieber and Ed Sheeran, they both write for each other. They write with each other. And that's a huge part of the process. Are you looking to write for other people? Would you be willing to give one of those 350 songs, you know, to another artist and let them kind of put their personal spin on it?
Yeah, so that's actually what I was doing before all of this happened. All I would do is I would send out and pitch songs to like Post Malone, send stuff to Rihanna, and just basically try to get a song placed. And over those years, I was working on different genres, developing my skills. And that's ultimately what makes me as an artist who I am, is because I've learned so much through the past few years of just trying to write for other people. So yeah, a lot of those songs are just like pitches for other people, and we'll see. I have a few cuts with different artists who've recorded the songs. Hopefully they'll release them soon. But all of that stuff happened kind of prior to the TikTok stuff.
Good for you. You are impressive, Mr. Jake.
Thank you.
Years old.
Thank you.
I'm blown away. No, so I mean, that's exciting. So basically, now that you put it that way, so the irony of it is, you know, you think you're too late for TikTok, right? Like to use that as a means of bolstering your own career. So here you are writing and trying to place your music with other people. And then all of a sudden a global pandemic hits and now you're the one that we're talking about. So that's exciting to be able to actually kind of produce and then perform your own content, right? Because a lot of people do that way. Let's talk a little bit about Upside Down, because obviously you sampled a couple other TikTok artists, and then I saw a clip of you actually performing Upside Down acoustically with one of the artists that you sampled, and I think it's so dope that you guys really are like a musical community. Yeah. Were they upset? Like, did you credit them? You know what I mean? Because I know that was an issue even with like Jason Derulo. I think it was J-Wash Savage or whoever it was. He kind of wrote the beat, or he was the one that created the Savage Love beat. And then Jason kind of put his own spin on it. And then all of his TikTok fans, and I'm talking about J-Wash, his TikTok fans were like, yo, my man, you need to give credit to the guy who created this. And then they ended up doing the song together. And it's obviously massively successful. Did you reach to the original two people when you sampled, or were you just like, yo, I hope this is a hit, and if it is, then I'll totally show them love, and then maybe we can do things together? Yeah,
so basically what went down was like, the song was blowing up, and in the creation process, like I had already had Upside Down, but the way I would do it was I would just mash it up with other ideas that were kind of trending on TikTok. So basically before we released the song, we had to like go through and make sure everything was cleared, which we got everything cleared, luckily, which that's usually a really tough process, just figuring that all out. But we got it all done before we released the song, made sure everyone got their credit, and we got to release the song. And it was just like, man, I'm glad we got this done earlier, because it becomes like a cluttered mess afterwards. So we were lucky that happened. And then after that, the song just started going and got to meet up with KBFR, who is the down south, oh babe. That part, he's on there. And now we're working on an acoustic version. As you can see in the video, we're going to release that soon. So it's honestly just been a blast to collaborate with other people. And it's so much fun.
I love it though, because it, like, again, to go back to that TikTok community, it really does feel like you guys are so much more kind of accepting and encouraging of one another than it can oftentimes be in the actual, and I don't mean to say actual music industry, but it's a different process, you know, when you're shopping things to labels, or you're on a label and then, you know, a different artist takes priority and your stuff gets shelved and you kind of have to take the backseat because there's this bigger picture or plan. It's kind of like NASCAR racing, right? How you race on a team and sometimes you've got to actually play the middleman, even though you could win the race in your mind because they're putting their number one guy out front. You know what I'm saying? So this kind of all of that away, and you guys are able just to be out here kind of, like you said, doing your thing, creating, being passionate about your art. And it's proving to be beneficial because there's enough room for all the talented people. You know what I mean? And I think often we think that there's only a limited number of people, you know, that can make it to the mountaintop. And I feel like TikTok, especially this year, has proved that is true.
Yeah, for sure. I would definitely say TikTok has changed the dynamic of what we call the music industry today. It's just completely flipped it on its head. And I see a lot of people now are just able to make it work by themselves. They don't need a huge team, but they just start off with their raw talent. They put it out there and people see it. And honestly, every time I go on TikTok, there's usually a new musical talent that I find, just like maybe releasing an original song or maybe making a mashup or something. And it's just like, wow, this is, if I ever want to find something that's new, that's fresh, I just go right to TikTok and I'll find it.
I mean, you're definitely making it, I think, a little bit easier on the A&Rs too, like you said, because they get to do the same thing. I'm sure there's people at these labels that just spend hours combing through TikTok videos, looking for people like yourself. Now, I do have to ask, I had an interview with Surf Mesa recently, obviously, you know, with I Love You Baby. And since TikTok blew that song up, he's been able to do, you know, like remixes with Carol G and for Halsey and Marshmello. Who are some of the artists that you would love, you know, to work with in your ideal like collaboration scenario?
Yeah, so there's actually one that definitely comes to mind, which is Charlie Puth, because he goes on TikTok a lot of times and he does his little thing. He's been blowing up here and there. It's been really cool to see. Definitely a huge inspiration on my music. So definitely want to collab with him sometime. That would be sick. And then also, do you know the Benny girl? She did the Super Lonely.
Yes, yes. She's incredible.
Basically, yeah, love that song. I think our vibes would mesh really well together. That's another that I would love to collaborate with. But honestly, with TikTok now, there's so much room for collaboration. So I'm just excited to see what comes down the road.
Well, no, and for sure, like we talk about success, but the thing that I love about it too is that, you know, you can have your moment and you can be good with that, but then it is on you as an artist to continue to deliver. You know what I mean?
Yes.
It's a great kind of, you know, kick the door down and introduction to millions of people. But then as an artist, it's on you to do the work, you know, to continue to make great music. And you definitely seem like you're in a good position. I love that you said Charlie Puth, because he's hands down not only a phenomenal musician, he's a total, you know, he's like a total music nerd. He's unbelievable.
Yeah.
But he's one of my favorite people to interview and to talk to. He's just a great, you know, person all the way around and super, super talented, but very similar to you, you know, piano, plays instruments, does all his own production, and he's doing it everywhere. Like he has a production studio with him on the road at all times, in his dressing room, in his hotel room, and you give me those vibes. So definitely just, you know, keep that. I believe in manifestation. So just keep putting that out. And every time somebody asks you that, you know, keep saying it, because like you said, I'm sure he'll see one of these, and he's definitely the guy that is willing to work with, like, you know, whomever. He just loves to make music with people who love to make music.
Yeah.
What do you think as far as, you know, obviously it's already October. This is crazy town. What do you see for yourself in 2021? Like you're in LA. Are we staying there? Are we hoping to work on maybe some virtual shows? Like what's next? Or are you just really trying to put together like an album? Are you more of an EP guy?
Yeah. So it looks like right now, we're working on the next single that should be coming very soon, which I'm really excited about. And then after that will probably be an EP of some sorts. But yeah, no, 2021, there's going to just be a massive amount of content just like spilled out to all my fans, because I got so much ready and we're just putting finishing touches on everything. So yeah, so expect a lot of new music, a lot of new content, a lot of videos, and specifically a lot of TikToks. We'll continue to be posting stuff. I'm really excited about it. So yeah, that's what 2021's looking like.
I love it. Now I have to ask, as a TikTok aficionado, are you down in the reels? Like, are you working with Facebook in there? You know, like, are you posting there too, or are you just holding out hope that we're able to figure everything out with TikTok and that platform stays viable for us?
Yeah. So I honestly, the way I always thought about it was that TikTok is so influential right now. And I know how important it is for so many people, that like, that in my mind, there's no way that we're not going to figure something out. You know, I think something's going to happen. I know they're working on a deal right now so that the US can buy it. But yeah, I'm pretty confident it's not going away anytime soon, but I will be posting some of my stuff on IG Reels. We're working on that right now. So yeah, but I think we'll be good.
I think so too. But it's always, you know, you always got to have your little safety net. So just start doing that.
Yep.
I will tell you this, Instagram is definitely prioritizing Reels right now because they know what's happening over there at TikTok. And as we get ready to wrap up, I do want to ask you, outside of music, right? If people are wanting to know a little bit more about Jake, although I feel like music consumes 99% of your life, like are you a gamer? Do you love movies? Like what are you doing in your quarantine downtime, you know, while we're still doing this, when you need a little break, like a little, you know, mental kind of separation from the music just to kind of, you know, replenish your creative juices?
Yeah. So a big piece of my life before I went into full-time music, I played high school basketball. And fun fact, I'm 6'6". So
Oh my God.
I'm extremely tall. And I've been playing a little bit when I go back home. I play with my friends a lot. That's a good wind down for me. I'm very tall. And if we ever meet in person, which I hope we will, you'll definitely see that. We'll have to take
I love
pictures.
that. I love it for sure. And one of my co-hosts on the morning show is literally like 5'5". He's a bro. So I can't wait to get that picture of the two of you side by side. I think that'll be LP.
Sounds great.
That is a fun fact there. So that's a great little way to release some energy. I'm here for that, Jake. Okay. So we can follow you on social media. It's Jake, right? But the A is actually a V.
Yes. And then on TikTok, it's just JVKE. But yeah, that's my Instagram. Yep.
I love it. We're going to be getting lots and lots of music from you, which I'm excited about. 350 songs. Now, don't forget, I know this now. I have that little nugget in the back of my head. So as we do it, I was like, well, now there's 349 left. And something tells me you'll just continue to add to that. I wish you the best of luck as far as placing those songs. Again,
Thank you.
Fantastic music. Tell Ayo Mama, Miami says hello. We absolutely
will do.
And we thank her for everything that she does. Being a teacher right now with everything going on in the world, it is no easy feat. It's never easy, but right now we send them special thanks and we lift them up in light and love and positivity. So again, your mom is a special person. She made a very incredible son. And I'm so excited to see what the musical journey has for you, because this has been a fantastic minutes. I'm very impressed.
Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure to talk to you for sure.
And Upside Down is out now. We've got a new song coming soon. Yes, no, maybe so.
Yes, for sure.
Perfect. And then follow my boy Jake on all social media, especially on TikTok. And last question to anybody that's trying to break into this TikTok world that's watching right now. Do you have maybe a couple of pointers, words of encouragement, you know, things that they should keep in the back of their mind while they're creating their content?
Yeah, I would say if you're just starting off, just try your best post, and you'll see what reacts well, what doesn't, and try to find the one thing that makes you different from everybody else. What can you do that no one else can replicate? And just start posting, and you'll see certain things. The TikTok algorithm will tell you this is what you should keep doing, this is what you shouldn't keep doing. And honestly, you can do it. Just keep believing in yourself, because so many people blow up every single day. So don't give up. There is an opportunity and you can do it for sure.
Oh, thank you, Jake. You're amazing. Again, Jake, Upside Down, out now. The video is out. The reaction video is out. Make sure you support. And Jake, just know the new Hits 97.3 in Miami is your home away from home. So when we can finally get out and about, please make your way down to the 305, and we will, you know, welcome you with open arms. All right.
I definitely will. Thank you so much.
All right, baby. Have a good one. Bye.